And I think your point on UI and UX being very important is prescient because that's one of the reasons why a lot of incumbents are afraid of AI native startups just grabbing a lot of the market share, is because they'll fundamentally reinvent how users are able to get from point A to point B using generative AI and reinvent the experience, make it much more pleasant, much more intuitive. Do you see that as being a competitive advantage versus any incumbents?
Interesting question. Yeah, there are definitely incumbents in legal tech. That a lot of them are just case libraries that are very established, and everybody's been using those for decades. And so they're all building entirely new products because sometimes quicker to do that than to integrate AI into your old products. And it kind of draws on the same conclusion of, because the ideal UI is now so different, it's not really that you need the deepest understanding, the very best AI engineers, but you do need to rethink the whole product. Not only embed all the AI different features, but also rethink the ideal product, because we're finding all these synergies between the different tasks. So it no longer makes sense to only have a platform to read cases that doesn't take care of all the note taking and the drafting, because of all these synergies. And of course, this means that building a new product from scratch, this is something that startups are very good at. And also, if the old data advantage becomes much less of a reason, much less of a moat, because we can synthesize some of that data. And in our case, we also think that's definitely true. The question, of course, is then, how do we build a moat going forward?
Yep. And how do you see that? What are the things that will give startups like yours an edge as you progress?
While reading, we automatically build up this research collection about the case that you're currently working on. This already becomes like a notion, like a repository for the research that you're doing. And lawyers often revisit their past work because they build on top of that, or they share it with their colleagues. And so it actually has a lot of stickiness in that sense. Like any repository of your own work is always going to be something that is valuable. And this is a different kind of data, right? Because previously, the platform was only looking at searches, and often the user wasn't even logged in. But if they get just individual search data, they don't know all the things about what the case was about. They just know that part. And now we have like a much more holistic way where we can like even suggest while you're in Word things that you should be doing because we know what you are researching on.